Hi Sagittarius, this is your September 2025 reading. I'm Mystic of Venice and welcome to my channel. I meditated on your energy for the month and I wanted to talk about some of the themes that came up for you. What I was getting was building intensity in responsibilities, rest to avoid burnout, a change in your professional life, finding balance between your personal and professional life, a needle in a haystack, a personal moment with somebody, with someone, nurturing family, loved ones depend on you, remembering an old dream, nostalgia, recounting memories, a new field of study, sudden changes in your daily routine. That's a big shakeup. As you remember old times, you take steps towards making even better new memories in the future. As you remember old times, you take steps for even better new memories in the future. The time starts now. Taking time for self care and a healthy routine, time for a glow up. So, with this eclipse energy, there's a lot of big changes in the month, and I want to see if some of these themes come up in your reading. Interested to see what might be shaking up. I am going to start with the Smith-Waite deck, and we cover all the bases in this reading. We're gonna cover love, we cover career and finances, and we cover family and friends, soul tribe, people that you spend the most time with. We already had one come out. Page of Cups. Let me go ahead and clear the energy. Okay, Sagittarius, so let's get right into it. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides, guided messengers, please be here now and give us the divine messages that Sagittarius needs for September 2025 for their highest good. So let's see here. Just do this quick shuffle here. As we want it turned up to 2. Okay, so you got Page of Cups in the past position for love, and this talks about, a fresh new perspective on love, the offering of a new cup to somebody. It could be a new relationship or the readiness to be in one. Let's split this into 3. Take the middle. And in your present love position, you have the Emperor, and in your future position you have the Ten of Cups, marking the end of a difficult situation. I'm going to clarify all these cards, but I'll put down the rest of the grid and then we can go through and clarify. So this is your career and your family and friends. Okay. Let's take a better look. And I'm going to be clarifying the cards with the Light Seers deck. So let's see what we can find out about this love situation. Page of Cups in the past. That was too many. Let's see what we can find out about the Page of Cups in the past. Right away I can feel my throat chakra. I haven't had this with any of the other readings, which suggests that maybe that there's something that you're not saying. I've got here the Two of Swords upside down. and the Nine of Wands. And this talks about somebody, the Two of Swords, it's less intense when it's upside down. But the Two of Swords talks about somebody that has gone inward, and it's time to come back out, to release these, the mask and the bondage here. It's necessary to go inward to contemplate oneself and have self-growth, but there's also a time to take off the blinders and to open your eyes to newer perspectives. This could be you or somebody in your life. And then you have the Nine of Wands, and this is a person that is resilient, and they're standing guard even though the battle is over. There's perseverance. This could be more than one person. This could be two people. It could just be the situation. So basically, the need for a past passion. It says it's. We'll find out more about this. That you had to take you went inward, but you couldn't see past the blinders. You had perseverance, and then what else? Maybe it's that the person that you were wooing was the Page of Cups. They weren't ready yet. They were too immature in temperance, and so you've had to have patience. Yeah. And so the Emperor in your current position is upside down. So it's like you're trying to build this empire, and you've reached a level of maturity and security, and you're looking for somebody to share that with. You've really worked on yourself, coming from a place of strength, but it's upside down. So you were like entering this phase as we speak. Like you made this growth. You've taken those blinders off. You've been diligent and had patience. And what can you tell me about the Emperor reversed for Sagittarius 2025? What can you tell me? Okay, so you got the Hermit and the Knight of Pentacles. So the Hermit suggests, again, this going inward. No, sorry, the Hermit suggests this going inward to, you have been to a spiritual place within and have found your inner child and the light, that makes you you. You take time to really take a chance on yourself. You've worked hard on yourself with the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is a practical knight. He plans before he looks before he leaps. He makes the plans before he goes, and then he takes action. So he's a very stable. This is definitely like working towards this Emperor energy, because you've like embraced, your shadow side and your inner child, and then you've taken necessary steps to a practical future. What else can you tell me about the Emperor upside down, the Hermit, and the Knight of Pentacles for Sagittarius? Any more messages on this? The Star healing. With the Hermit comes healing. The Hermit isn't necessarily isolated. He's learning something. And the Star comes after the Moon, which is healing after something has been illuminated. Something that, had caused pain or hurt. It doesn't have to be, super serious, or it can be. And then the Pentacles. So now that you're healing, and the Star has to do with balance, like just releasing the old ways to, like, becoming a new person because of the growth that you've had through a traumatic experience. So you got the Ace of Wands. Actually, this goes really nice together. She talks about like a new way of seeing things, intuition, trusting your intuition. and taking action. Like wands are fire energy. Um, so you're going to use this new way of seeing things, this new perspective that you've gotten that through your healing. You're going to use that in the future, and it's going to change the way, your priorities, the way you see things. You're going to have some shifts in your love life. Let's see what's going on here. So what do we have for the Ten of Swords? The Ten of Swords in your future position. This is somebody, this is the end of a difficult cycle. After this you get a 1. You get an ace. And that's a new perspective, just like we were talking about. So this is over. You're done with this. You're done with this energy in the future. It shows up right, but let's see why it says that. Sometimes it's just still signaling the cycle of energy. Feeling like you gave it your all. You stayed for the whole battle, got all 10 swords. And that's, you have no choice now. To move on, the 9 of Swords. This one talks about anxiety, staying up at night. It's the card before the 10 of Swords, but this is about being in your mind. So in the present position, you are currently healing. And in the future position, I have you still thinking about this. You have some anxiety about it. Maybe you're wary of relationships. 5 of Swords, you're wary of difficult times. Because of your new perspective. You don't want that ish. Tell me more about, so many. Oh gosh, it's too many, but eventually it gets good. You get the High Priestess, the 2 Cups partnership, the Emperor again, so you've become to this place where you're growing to be the Emperor. You have the Lovers, and the 6 of Swords, moving on to better waters, moving away from a tough situation into better waters. So, this is all coming up for you in the current future position of your love life. So, if you're going through a tough time, always reach out for therapy, talk to your friends, your family. If this reading isn't resonating, don't try and make it fit to your story. If it sounds like I'm speaking directly to you, then this is your story. If there is something else you'd like me to talk about, any topics or questions you had on this, I will be following up with bonus readings this month, some shorts. So let's move on to, and I'll follow up with a meditation on this. Let's move on to career and finance. It appears in your past position you have been taking stock of what you have done. You've been, you've gone a long way on something, and you're wondering, I still want to keep going? Do I want to go from the 7 to the 10 in the same career? These pentacles are your coins. They represent abundance, in food, coin, material, health, wealth, all of that. So you're trying to figure out in career and finances, do you want to keep continuing this way? There's a lot of, you're reading, it's a lot of work this way. And then you have the King of Swords upside down. And then this is your current position. The King of Swords is a quick-witted gentleman. He's a good communicator. He's at the top of his field. He can sometimes be sarcastic, cold-tempered. There's a balance in this. We're going to pull the clarifying, and in the future position you got the Devil, which represents usually self-imposed restrictions, feeling like you can't get out of a situation, like responsibilities, are tying you down, weighing on your concerns. So it kind of looks like, I would say that if you either you're addicted to work, or maybe you're overworking because you're the love situation here. Um, it could just be like negative thoughts. I mean, what does this? I'll have to see what it means to you. But let's start pulling cards on this career and finance. What is this Seven of Pentacles? Ace of Pentacles. So you're wondering if your current job is worth the squeeze, because you do have a new idea, a new practical idea, but new, albeit. Like, you're like, is this, maybe do I want to do something else now? Like, before I go all the way towards something. It's too many. Okay. Working with others may have been a challenge for you, and then you got the Chariot, so you decided to move on. You have about the King of Swords in the current career position. What about the King of Swords in the current... King of Swords, so you got the Five of Wands, was like the arguments card, the turmoil card. So the King of Swords is strong enough to say what it is that he means. Let's see what else we have here. So, like, it seems like you are having some challenges. You've made the decision to leave, or in the past you've left, but this is charging right into your future position. Let me see here. Where did they go to? Where did this Chariot go to in the past career and finances position for Sagittarius? Where did this Chariot go to? Can you give me any more information on the Chariot? Sagittarius, September 24. It just... oh, wait. Hanged Man, the Devil again, the Moon. It seems that there is some, like, outside influences at work. Hanged Man, or maybe, and the Moon is so... this doesn't really point to me where you're going to. You know, something was illuminated. Maybe an addiction or a problem with the company. The company was a toxic company, and so you were at a standstill, and you had no choice but to take the Chariot and see if you can grow a new seed. So that's the past. And then I have that Five of Wands. Let's see what's going on with this Five of Wands and the King of Swords in the future career position. Sagittarius. What is this King of Swords and the Five of Wands? What is this disagreement? What is this? Justice. And the Eight of Cups. So it could be that there was some judgment coming from this past situation, and you're still dealing with the fallout from when you left this business or financial situation. But even still, like, you would still walk away today. You would still walk away today. Or maybe you tried something new and that didn't work, and you're walking away again. It's getting easier now. And then in the future position, you have the Devil, which also stands for, like, a toxic environment. What is going on, Sagittarius? If this resonates, please tell me. Seven of Wands. So this talks about putting yourself in a bubble and isolating and protecting yourself from these wands. Getting in touch with your inner spirit, like your inner guide, doing work on yourself. regulating your nervous system. And you got, like in your new position, you might do something that has to do with charity or balancing the scales of inequity. You see you becoming the high priestess, which is somebody that is really, really intuitive and leads with their heart centered. It could be something, spiritual in nature, or like helping other people, either in the homeless or misfortunate, or like balancing the scales of equity. I see this. I still think you will be successful. You got the Queen of Cups, King of Wands, and Page of Swords. Those just sort of fell out. But the Queen of Cups, in the future, again, is a spiritual person that uses their intuition. So it looks to me like you have like a big career shift that goes from something that's toxic, something that you've desperately been trying to get out of, and then it appears that you will be leaving that situation to follow what's in alignment. And what is in alignment? leaving Tower. You want to go towards a new pursuit. I don't know if you know what these are, but like you really, like you're shouldering the burden more than your share. You feel like somebody's getting away with something. You're leaving the situation. You're going to take the long road. And the Tower has fallen because the foundation wasn't sturdy enough, and now it needs a new foundation. Where you're going is balance and equity, a job where you're treated fairly. You're going to be successful in this. You're going to find something that fulfills your spiritual nature, or makes you feel fulfilled to do, and that you are passionate about. And you're going to take some bold action. So this is like, this should be coming up, I would say, later at the end of the month, towards the end of the month, maybe after the eclipse season. I mean, not the eclipse, the second eclipse is on the 21st, I believe. Oh, I lost your friends and family cards. Oh, I was using those. That's your friends and family too? Okay, so let me... And for your friends and family, friends, soul tribe, however you choose to see that. You have Ace of Swords upside down in the past position. You have the Two of Wands, whole world in your hands, planning for the future in your current position. And in the future position, you have the Page of Wands, taking a new action or growth. Let's clarify these cards. Okay, so the Ace of Swords, you've had a change of mind, a new idea, change of mind. This is in regards to family and friends. So you have a new idea or a change of mind, new idea that you're planning for, and you're getting ready to take action. Okay. So what is this Ace of Swords? What's this new idea in friends and family? Is this going to be a new way of thinking, a new idea, maybe an idea for the family, something? And it's got fast-moving energy. You're going to hear back right away on this new idea for family, which is going to be a rebirth for the family. And I'm thinking because you have the whole world in your hand card, this is a favorable position, that this is something that you've been planning for some time. And it's going to give you a rebirth. So that I think you have something special that you're planning for the family, for growth of the family. What else can you tell me about this new idea? What is this rebirth in family? What is this rebirth in family for Sagittarius? Give me messages more about that. Oh, okay. So, you're going to have to be balancing responsibilities, balanced with your finances, even though this is family. Balance with your responsibilities towards family. Because this new idea, you're going to want to make sure to keep that balanced. You have your Nine of Cups, and this is wish fulfillment card, and like this person has worked on their emotions, their love, their passions. Like this person is full of joy here. They're like literally leaping for joy over a gold, like a gold treasure chest. So, and then you have the Three of Wands again. This is the same card. Planning for the future. So you are planning for your family, something to take you to new shores, broader horizons. Where are we planning? What are we planning? What's this Three of Swords? Tarot. New beginnings, strength. So you got strength first. Strength, new beginnings, King of Wands. So with the strength card, you're gonna need the strength to make these plans. It's strength and patience. Balancing strength and gentleness, and using heart-centered energy, being courageous. There's a bit of magician here. This one, she has like infinity tattoo on her hand. She's got the infinity, so like, and then the world is new beginnings. So it looks like you're gonna have to have strength, faith, to like shed these old skin and like have like this kind of glow up moment. And the King of Wands is like about growth also. So it sounds like, if these are different players in your family, this kind of really just sounds like the direction of your family as opposed to like the actual like people in your family. This is where your friends and family, this is what you're planning for your future. The King of Wands, the rebirth with the world. The King of Wands, I like to call this the Jack Johnson card, but it reminds me of like courageous action too, and he's a fiery king. He's responsible, he's passionate, courageous. And you have the Page of Wands in your future, so let's put some cards on that, because in your now position you have the King of Wands, and in your future you have the Page of Wands. I think it like talks about like having a more playful energy in the future. Once you get this change started, you'll be able to have a more youthful spirit, more joy. Tell me about this Page of Wands in the future position for family. King of Pentacles. Four of Swords. King of Pentacles is, grounded earth energy. Four of Swords is like rest and rebirth. You have quite a bit of rebirth here. Rebirth, death and rebirth. Right. And you got the Page of Wands twice. So yeah, like it seems like you get to this space by changing your life, by planning for the future and making some changes, good changes for your family. It will help you to be able to enjoy your life more, find more quality of life, and to even feel younger, like less weighed down, because you've been through the rebirth and you have the security in this new life. Let's pull a oracle card, a meditation card for this one. Gosh, this is all really exciting. This has like such heavy eclipse energy. I'm really excited to see what happens for you this month and can't wait to do your November reading as well. I think I'm gonna go. Let me pull one of these star seed oracles. The Seas of Mintaka, seeing potential, bringing unconscious to light. So I feel like this seems to want you to take a deep dive within to see what this is that is like lighting you up. What would light you up to bring you to this joyful energy. You had another jumping for joy card as well. You got the breath of the cosmos. My will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. And then like this one talks about going in flow. Like you can prepare for the future, but you won't know what the outcome is. And to release fear-based energy in micromanaging and like go in flow and like trust in the universe. That's the opposite of micromanaging the universe, is trusting in the universe. You got Deep Cellular Healing. Where did that go? That again, Deep Cellular Healing, physical and emotional healing. You have that here, and you also have that. Where is that card? Here. Right? So you need to go within, and portal. Doors are opening. You decide. Rewards. Wild card. And this reminds me of what I said in the very beginning about seeing life in a new perspective changes your reality. Doors are opening. You decide. Rewards. Oh, and I said, what did I say? Hold on to your hat. Be prepared for a wild ride. Can't make this stuff up. Thank you so much, Sagittarius. And if you made it this far, please like and subscribe for more readings. And I'll see you next month.